What is going on, guys? My name is Phamily Shucks and welcome back to another episode of Clash of Clans. In today's episode I'm going to be doing a little bit of farming, and also I do have some defensive replays just to mix it up in this episode, so stay tuned for that. I did change my base layout, which you guys will see later on in the video, and it's going to be a pretty interesting base once you guys see it. It's still a work in progress. I'm testing it currently, and yeah, you guys will see that in a little while. And I'm trying to do this in one take, so if I do mispronounce some words or slur out some words, it's because I didn't edit it out, and because I'm just trying to do this one take thing, get used to it, just in case if I have to bang out a video pretty quickly, I'm able to fluently pronounce my words, as I'm doing right now in the intro, which will sooner or later downgrade because it's just getting really long, and I don't like talking so long. But going to the first replay, I'm attacking this base right here, Guitar Aaron from Inferno Monkeys, and I was basically using mass archers to take out all of his collectors and mines, but I wanted to get a little bit more gold out of this because he did offer 300k, I believe, of gold. So I placed out my Barbarian King, the rest of my archers, my Arch Queen, and my Clan Castle troops in order to attack these storages right here. Sadly, the Barbarian King didn't break through the wall like I hoped for on the entry point side, but he still tanked enough so that way my Arch Queen can pick off these other two storages on this left-hand side, so that's pretty good. So yeah, surprisingly, I noticed that level 1 Teslas take out the Barbarian King pretty quickly, even though he's level 15, which is, I don't know, I kind of want to get him up to level 20 before I head on to Town Hall 10 or even higher, because he's going to be pretty useful later on the road. Same with the Archer Queen, so yeah. And right here, my Archer Queen's working in the core. I was hoping she would have gone to the right to get that gold storage right there, but sadly she continues on to the left and just get targeted by the Archer Tower, the Cannon, and also the Wizard Tower, so I ended it early in order to save her some regen time. And that came away with a good amount of trophies. So here's my base. This is it currently, I believe. I did change some stuff around. Once I get my Teslas up and running, I did have my air defense upgrading and also a cannon upgrading, so I do have a lot of defenses still upgrading. So once I try and get all those defenses, all those point defenses maxed out, it's going to be a little bit better, but it's still a work in progress. So right now, you guys might be looking at this base and be like, what is this? At first I intended it to be a troll base. I saw Daddy Dom. This is a basic concept of Daddy Dom's base, except that I wanted to try and troll these low level players, just putting all my 4 Teslas next to the Town Hall as you see up on the top, make it a little bit tougher, and I hope to get some funny replays. But sadly, a lot of people are being smart. They're not having fun with the game because, you know, I guess they're all tryhards, but they decide to attack from the bottom, and that's basically what I anticipated. I put all these traps on the bottom, mainly focused my point defenses on the bottom also, and people just get wrecked and they don't touch my Dark Elixir. As I said previously, this is a Dark Elixir oriented base, so that's why I have all my 4 Wizard Towers around it, and also my heroes right there, and also my expos pretty centralized, so that's pretty nice. So yeah, this guy fails 44%. He gave me a lot of trophies. Not really a lot. Let's see how much he gives. I think he gives me 19. So let's see how many trophies we get. We get 18 trophies, which isn't that bad. It's nice to know that even though you have a farming base and people fail against it, you gain trophies, so that's pretty nice. And it's not surprising that people are trying to go pro on my base because they think they're a boss and can wipe out my shitty looking base, when in reality, my base is actually better than them, and they just look like a dumbass after they lose and gain nothing from my base. And that's always a very satisfying feeling, knowing that you basically humiliated a player because they're bad at raiding. And yeah, it happens to everyone. It happens to me too. But since those moments are kind of once in a blue moon, it's just fun to enjoy it while it lasts. But now going to the replay, as you see, I'm still using mass archers, and I'm trying to break into this core, which offered me a ton of loot. Osvaldo from Raypax Legion, I believe, offered me around over 500k in total resources, 200k above in gold, and the same for elixir, and he offered a good amount of dark elixir also, so that is a good bonus. So I tried to break through that core using my Barbarian King to break through those walls a little bit easier, followed up by my archers who are getting smashed by those very weak mortars right there. I'm mainly using my Barbarian King as a tanker and also to clear a path, clear those defenses in the core that will do a lot of damage, and just try and take them out as quick as possible as my archers are following up behind. So I do have my Arch Queen. She still has her hero ability, and now I'm placing down my Clan Castle troops. Sadly, they go off to the side and they do get destroyed by those air bombs, but it doesn't really matter since my Arch Queen is mainly going to do most of the work inside this core and help me take out a majority of these resources. So after my Arch Queen targets that, she's going to target the drill and then work on the Town Hall. So I lightning strike the Archer Tower on the left because the Archer Tower does a good amount of damage despite any level, and also it has a very far range, so if that Wizard Tower wasn't able to reach, the Archer Tower would, and she would still pose a threat to my Arch Queen. So that's why I lightninged it, to remove any kind of threat on my Arch Queen that wouldn't allow her to get the Dark Elixir storage. So, strange transition right here. This is actually Sunday afternoon. It's currently 3 o'clock and I just had a game in the morning at 8 in the morning, so that's not really ideal. So I am pretty tired, and also I had to play a whole game. So I'm double tired and I am sore as fuck. But it doesn't matter. As you can see right here, I did get a good amount of gold. I took all of the gold and also came away with 19 trophies. So here it is, another defensive replay. This was probably the first real attack I got on this base when I changed it 2 days ago. So stuff has been moved around, trap placement wise and also defensive building wise. So if you kind of want to see the somewhat solidified version of this base, just visit the clan and you can just check me out. Probably at the bottom of the clan because I am farming in the 1500s. So, this morning I checked that we reached 1500 subscribers. So thank you guys, we have hit 1500. That is a good landmark. I'm probably going to do something for 2K if I ever get 2K, hopefully. So I might save something for that. But overall, thank you to all who watch my videos and who are subscribed and who have helped me get this far ever since I started this channel. So thank you guys for that. But as you can see, this replay right here, this guy's failing. He tried to enter from this left-hand side, trying to take advantage of the upgrading air defense, but it doesn't play in his favor because he doesn't have any strong enough troops in order to take out the buildings fast enough. So my Wizard Tower and also my Mortar and point defenses surrounding that area who took out his Giants pretty quickly before they had a chance to tank for his other troops. So that pretty much failed. He got really little resources and he's just staring at this space for the remainder of the time before ending it. And you can just see all the troops that he used, pretty low level troops overall, but I still won and I saved all my resources, so that is pretty nice. And now I think this is the last replay, but this guy offered 600k of total resources, so 700k actually in total resources, but I didn't go for the elixir, so it didn't really add up to 700k. I was mainly targeting just the two storages who were holding all of the gold inside that core. Now the reason I decided to attack from the top hand side aside from the bottom or the right or left was because he had very minimal splash tower coverage on this top hand side. As you notice, the two mortars on the bottom are mainly covering the bottom area of the base. Now since I was carrying 4 lightning spells, I was able to take out that mortar and also one more wizard tower, so that only leaves one wizard tower to attack my troops while I enter from this top, which is a huge advantage because one low-level wizard tower isn't able to take out at least 200 plus level 6 troops. So I was just mainly using my barbarians, using this first wave to take out the exterior buildings in this layer, and also just trying to break through this wall, so that way I'm able to spam in my main force of attack. So I'm going to let these troops run around inside this second layer, and once that wizard tower goes down, that's my cue to send in the main force with all the barbs, all the archers, and all my clan castle troops. I'm going to hold off on my heroes because I need them to break an entry point, so that way my heroes will go directly into the core instead of going off to the side as they usually do. So at this point I don't really need my heroes because the minions are doing a great job of flying over those walls and taking out the storages, and that just leaves him with only the gold in his town hall left. So then I just spam in the rest of my troops. After this, I wanted to go for the Dark Elixir because this was when I was still going for the Dark Elixir for my Arch Queen, so I needed all the Dark Elixirs that I could get. But right after they destroy the Town Hall, they decide to go off to the side to the Elixir storage, and that's when they're going to get taken out by the Wizard Tower and that Mortar. So that's when I place down my heroes. I'm mainly going to use my Barbarian King, I believe, just because using the Arch Queen is a bit unnecessary. So now I'm just placing down some Barbarians, testing to see where they go before I place down my Barbarian King. I'm trying to place them on the far corner so that way they can try and go down, but they were going to the side to attack that army camp, which I didn't really like, so I was waiting to see if my troops would be able to take out those army camps before I placed down my... So now I'm just waiting when to place my Barbarian King in order so that he can go down the center of this base in order to take out that Dark Elixir storage. So it should be right about now where I place down the remainder of my troops and my Barbarian King, and they just go straight down into the core and take out that Dark Elixir storage. Now the reason I used the Barbarian King ability was because I was running out of time, so in order to get that Dark Elixir storage, I used his ability so that way he could take it out as quick as possible. So that's going to wrap it up. We're going to head back to base and upgrade something with the 3.2 million gold that we got. So I decided to upgrade this cannon to level 11. So that's about it for this episode. Thank you guys all for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.